is May 10th and it has finally gotten warmer outside. It is a couple weeks before May 24th, which is traditionally a time where Canadians, especially in Southern Ontario, go and plant everything in their garden because there's basically no chance of frost. But I looked at the outlook and it doesn't look like there's going to be any frost, so I'm going to go plant some dahlias. It's a nice evening. It's about 20 degrees for the past 2 days, and these puppies want to get in the ground. So let me show you a few tips and tricks on how to plant your dahlias, how to plan out your garden so that you know where to plant them, and how deep to dig your holes and all sorts of stuff like that, so follow me. Okay, so here I am arriving at our garden. Now this garden is in full sun, and right now it is the peak of spring, so we have all of our nice tulips and daffodils blooming, but soon they will stop blooming, so I actually want to start planting some stuff that's going to start blooming in the summer. So over here, we do have a few older shrubs and bushes that are still dormant because it's still early spring. They will start to wake up soon, and we're gonna have there's some roses, some hydrangeas, and now there's going to be some dahlias. So the way that you wanna plant and arrange your dahlias, remember they get kind of tall, some of these varieties. So make sure that when you're planting them beside plants that are relatively the same height, or plant your dahlias behind. So I have actually planted a few of them already, keeping in mind what the height and the colors are. So we have two varieties right here, which are called Cornell Bronze. They should be about this tall in the late summer, early fall. They'll be a dark orange, which is a very nice color. It kind of goes with the house, so that's partly why we chose it. And then with the front, we have two that are called Dazzling Sun. And in the back here, we have two tubers that are going to tie the whole garden kind of together, and they're called Labyrinth. They're pink, orange, and a little bit of yellow, and they have a very interesting shape. So I'm actually going to plant them on either side of this flower right here, and I'll show you how to plant them. So the first thing that I want to show you is this is a healthy tuber, but it doesn't have any large visible eyes on it. I still think that it definitely will sprout. It's just one of the tubers that from our tuber stock that we didn't sell just because we wanted our customers to know for sure that their tubers would work. So this is the one that was in our reject pile, but it will most likely, very likely, still bloom. Tubers are very, very hardy. And yeah, so we're gonna plant it right now. So for spacing on your tubers, you can give them 1 tuber per foot. You can do 3 tubers per foot. It depends on how many you have and how much of a hedge you want. At the back here, I'm gonna actually be growing these into larger bushes so that we can have them fill up a bit more of space. So I'm only planting like 1 per about 3 feet right here. So we have one over here, and I'm gonna be planting the other one right here. This flower is gonna die soon, so they'll kind of look like one bush together. So what you wanna do is just dig a nice little hole, just 1 shovel space wide, and dig it about 6 to 8 inches deep. The deeper that you dig it, the more rooted it will be and the stronger the stem will be, but it'll take longer to emerge. So it really all depends on what you want to do. Make sure that your soil is kind of airy and has a good amount of compost and sandy soil. You just want to make sure that you have well-drained soil because tubers will tend to rot if you have them too wet, especially for the first little bit. They're like a potato, so you really want to make sure that you've got good, well-drained soil and that it's full of nutrients because these are flowering plants and they're quite big. So you want to make sure that you have a lot of good stuff. We've got some old compost and some wood chips in here that we got from a local landscaping place last fall. So these tubers are gonna love life. Anyway, follow for more tips